Alright guys, so today we're going to be cooking some beautiful short ribs. Cannot wait to show you guys these. I mean, look how beautiful these are. And I'm going to get them all seasoned up with some salt, some pepper, put them in some flour, cook them low and slow. They're going to be absolutely delicious. Cannot wait to show you this. I'm telling you, it's going to be on point.
As you saw in the intro, today we're going to be making one of my absolute favorites, some short ribs. Guys, make sure you stick around, watch the video in its entirety, and hit that like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. It's going to be a good one. The first thing I do is get the short ribs, and I put some salt, some pepper on them, and I'm going to put them in a little bit of flour. And you just want to lightly coat each side of the short ribs with some flour, and then you're going to cook them to get that nice crust on them. Next, I'm going to get my mirepoix started. I'm going to use shallots, carrots, and some celery. Of course, I'm going to dice up some garlic, and that's going to be the base ingredients of this dish. So, a little history about short ribs. Back in 2009, when I got married, we went to Vegas for the first time, and we went to this place called Nob Hill Tavern. I'll never forget it, and I'll tell you, the short ribs there were fantastic. It was at the MGM Grand. Unfortunately, Nob Hill Tavern's not there anymore, but there's tons of other places in Vegas that cook some great short ribs. Getting back to the video, I've taken out my Dutch oven, and I'm gonna add a little bit of avocado oil to the pot. I'm gonna get the short ribs in there, and you don't wanna crowd the pot too much. You wanna make sure that you get a nice crust on each side, and the smell that you get, that sizzle that you hear, that's exactly what you want. Make sure you get all of the sides cooked, and you just want to, like I said, develop that delicious crust, because that's what's going to help the cooking process when we put these short ribs in the oven. I got some finely chopped garlic that is also going to go into this dish, and it's just going to add some great flavor. Next, I get the mirepoix into the pot. I'm also going to follow that up with some portobello mushrooms as well. But I want to make sure I get all of those brown bits off the bottom of that pot. And that's where all the flavor is at. And as you know, on this channel, we cook with flavor. Once we get the mushrooms in, we want to make sure we get those sauteed really, really nicely. Get them cooked down. Whoops, looks like a mushroom ran. And go ahead and add some salt and pepper to this. Continue to cook the mushrooms down until they're nice and tender. You want to make sure that they're not chewy at all. They're going to add just some very, very nice texture. Of course, you know we got to add all of that garlic in there. I want all of that. So now that the garlic is in, we're going to come in soon with our liquids. But the first thing we're going to do, like I said, we're going to get this sauteed really, really well and just really enjoy the cooking process. Added some Italian seasoning to the pot, and now you got to come in with some tomato paste. And if you've made short ribs before, the tomato paste adds a great foundation to the dish. It's absolutely delicious. We're going to add some red wine to this, and again, we're just going to keep building up the flavor for this one. I actually have another short rib recipe that I did, and I braised the short ribs in a dark beer. You guys should check that video out. I'll link it above. It's absolutely delicious. And if you know the rule of cooking, if you pour the wine in, you also got to drink a little bit of it. So I had to get a taste for myself. Now to keep building this one up, I'm going to add a little bit of beef base, which is some better than bouillon beef base. And you already know what that does. I'm going to follow that up with some low sodium beef broth. And I've already added a good bit of salt and everything to this, along with the beef bouillon, so the flavor profile is going to be right where you need it to be. We're going to cover these bad boys up, and we're going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to let them cook for about 4 to 5 hours. They're going to be super tender when they come out. Now that the ribs have been cooking for about 4 hours, oh my goodness, just look at that. And I'm telling you, they are super, super tender. They're gonna come right off the bone. Some of them already have come off the bone, as you can see. We're gonna get those put aside for just a second. And then what I want to do is take all of that deliciousness that's in the pot. We're gonna fortify the gravy. Now I am gonna skim the fat because I don't want all of the fat in there, so there'll be some of it, but I'm gonna skim the fat. I'm gonna bring this up to a quick simmer, and then I'm gonna reduce it down so that this sauce cooks up nicely. Finish it off with a little bit of butter, and then I'm gonna throw the short ribs back into the pot so that they can cook in that delicious gravy. I mean, come on, man, just look at that. That is absolutely delicious. This is just a home run dish. I'm telling you, you should make this and just enjoy the process. Again, please comment, like, share, and I'm telling you, I appreciate all the support that we've been getting on this channel. I want to keep things going and keep cooking some great dishes. I got another delicious dish that's coming up real soon, and I want to make sure that we just enjoy the process together. But make this for your family. It's cold outside. Make this for your wife, your girlfriend, whoever. You pair it up with some delicious garlic mashed potatoes and some roasted carrots, and throw that short rib right on top with that delicious gravy. And I mean, you can't go wrong with this one. You gotta make it, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys. I love doing this channel and cooking these amazing dishes. So I'm gonna keep doing my best to bring them. So just enjoy this one.
That meat is so tender. Guys, you got to try this one. Follow the recipe. And I always say, on to the next one. Got to try this one. Man, so good.